on some music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Wasted by Tiesto. And it starts off with this cool little intro chorus that kind of starts on a G major chord. And we play G major. First finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the low E string 3rd fret, third finger on the high E string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord. It sounds really, really happy. Now you may also dig on kind of putting the 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high 3rd, kind of working that for your G major version too. And then from the G we go to a D major chord. D major. First finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, second finger on the high E 2nd fret, and third finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, beautiful sounds of D major. Now, while you're on D's in general, it can be kind of cool to lift the 2nd finger. Always a dangerous finger to lift, but that makes a D suspended 2nd. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd for D suspended and kind of say some things around D. And then from the D major, we'll be going to an A major chord. We play A major. First finger goes to the D on the 2nd fret, second finger on the G 2nd fret, third finger on the B string 2nd fret, big party on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord and it sounds really happy. While you're around A's in general, it can be kind of cool to lift the 3rd finger, maybe then an A suspended 2nd, or you could add in the pinky on the B 3rd, make an A suspended chord, and kind of say some things around that chord. Or you may dig on an A7 sus, where you can do first finger on the D 2nd, second finger on the G 2nd, third finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of working that for your major. Sounds slightly unresolved, but that might be kind of cool just to be able to even kind of leave 3 and 4 down through that change. And then from the A, we'd be going to an E minor chord. We play E minor. First finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret. If you strum all those together, the sad sounds of E minor. Now you may also dig on putting the 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, making that an E minor 7. And then from there we go back to our G major chord. It almost kind of sounds like we do kind of 4 down count kind of on each of those chords. And then we go back to D, break where you can kind of kill the strings. Now a couple of those strumming options, you could kind of work kind of an 8 down count if you want to kind of double tom that. You have G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G, D, D, A minor, G, da 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 D. And I'm adding a little bit of right hand muting that, made that a little bit sneaky. So kind of dig on that. That might be kind of a cool way to kind of support the voice too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, break. Kind of before we go into this cool little tag that becomes our main verse chorus. Now another strum pattern, one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this, is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the G and tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. So we could kind of try that through that intro chorus too. The G, or one of my favorite, or another feel you may dig on actually, if I'm really kind of digging on this, is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot at the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, up, down. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down. What I mean by that is if you take the G and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're doing on the first beat. And on the second beat, you're doing it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're doing it up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 down. together, you got down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 which can be kind of quick, slightly challenging there. You might have to kind of work on that, kind of practice it if that's too crazy for you. But if we tried that through that intro chorus, you got the G, at the end. And then from that intro chorus, then we'll be going into kind of a tag, which kind of becomes our main verse chorus. We kind of got our G chord, G da 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 D, D, A, G, D. You can use any of those strums, kind of digging on those. And then from there, then we'll be going into our verse part, which is really that same progression, but at the end of kind of this first verse, you'll kind of hear this little chromatic line where it almost sounds like things start getting higher. And randomly, one way to do that is if you took the D major chord shape, which is kind of where we end up, you can almost slide that shape of the strings. And it's just kind of a random idea. You're taking a lot of band things and kind of trying to work it for one instrument, but this could be kind of a cool thing, is to kind of take that shape. Playing it out solo and you want to kind of get that effect, it might be kind of cool to kind of run it up the neck. So we try that through that verse. You got G, G, da, 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 D, A, G, D. And it's kind of that break, but then you'll kind of hear that. Or you might want to do down ups, kind of get some really cool, effect there, lead into our chorus. And then we have our G, G, D, D, A, G, D, and then from there, we'll be going into our next verse. One other thing that I'd think about adding to the song was bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the G, you'd have low E for the bass, on the D, you'd have D for the bass, on the A, you'd have the A for the bass, and on the E minor, you'd have the low E for the bass. So we try that next verse, we could try with a bass down, up, down, up, and you'd have the G, pattern, you could add basses to that and make it a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down, up. And all be cool variations. So we tried that through the verse. You have the G, we'll be going into our next chorus. And this chorus actually, and this is kind of weird, it's like the second to last chorus actually. There's this cool little tag on it that almost kind of resembles our intro chorus. And on the E minor chord, randomly you'll hear this cool little bass line where you can do low E, second fret on the low E, third fret on the low E, and then open A, kind of around the E minor chord when we kind of hit that part. And what you may want to do, especially if you're digging on the 16th pattern, is you could work it as kind of a bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down, up, around the E minor. So I'm kind of starting on the low E bass, and then going the first finger on the low E second fret to kind of cover that bass note. Third fret on the low E with the third finger, and then open A, the second finger on the E minor. You want a lot of energy to lead into that D chord. You kind of throw in that bass line on the E minor. So we try that next chorus that way. We'd have the G, then we're going into our last chorus. So we've got our G. Now, if you know the licks around these chords too, you know, feel free to take this lesson and kind of run with it any way you want to, kind of make the tune your own. Kind of see what you can say with the song too. Very cool. Or even mixing up those ideas. That's the basics of how you can strum through Wasted by Tiesto. So good luck!